You can connect Google Ads to ChatGPT and have it manage your campaigns. But to decide which ones are actually worth the spend, you first need to have a proper chat with your Google Ads data in ChatGPT. To wire them together, you can use Google's free MCP connector, though the setup is fairly technical. Or you can go with Coupler.io. It's a no-code connector you set up in minutes, and it keeps your campaign data flowing to ChatGPT on a schedule. It can also blend in the data from your PPC platforms, your CRM, your store, or any of the 400+ sources it supports, so ChatGPT can analyze it all together right from the chat. Let me take you through the setup. First, I'll create a data flow. Coupler.io has many pre-built dataset templates for Google Ads, but I'll start from scratch this time. After naming the data flow, I'll pick Google Ads from the list of sources and connect my account. For this demo, I'll need the campaign performance report and a 90-day reporting period. Now, in the dataset view, I'll keep only the fields I actually want ChatGPT to work with. No need to hand it every metric Google Ads exposes. Coupler.io also calculates the derived metrics like CTR, CPC, or cost per conversion on its own end, so ChatGPT works with finished numbers instead of crunching the raw data itself. Now, this is important because pushing thousands of rows to AI can trigger rough estimates, skewing the numbers you plan to move your budget on. Next, I'll connect ChatGPT in a few clicks to authorize access to my workspace. I'll set the data refresh to say every 15 minutes, so it always stays current. And that's it! ChatGPT can now read my fresh Google Ads data anytime I ask. Let's say I run paid search for a B2B SaaS. Here, a conversion is a filled-out form, a demo request, or a content download, and each one lands in my CRM as a lead. Now to the chat. Let's start easy. Which campaigns have the best and worst cost per conversion? Here's what it found. My content download campaign is the cheapest by far, while my demo request campaign is the most expensive. So the obvious move here is to pour the budget into the first one and cut the second, right? Hold that thought. Google Ads counts every conversion, sign up, demo request, downloads, whatever the type. But cost per conversion stops right there. To see how those conversions moved through the pipeline or how much revenue they actually brought in, I need my CRM. So let me add a second data flow, my Pipedrive deals, each tagged with a campaign that brought it in, and connect it the same way as before. This time, there's data worth hiding. My CRM has contact names, emails, and phone numbers on every deal, and ChatGPT doesn't need any of that to tell me which campaigns make money. So I'll hide those and send the dataset to ChatGPT. Now the real question. Which campaigns are actually turning that spend into revenue? And there's the flip. Demo Request, the campaign I was about to cut, brought in $167,000 in won revenue, nearly 10 times its spent. And the one that looked cheapest led to a single won deal. It was generating volume, not customers. The issue was, cost per conversion only counts the filled-out form. It has no idea whether that lead ever became a customer. That answer lives in my CRM. Google Ads data alone had it exactly backwards, and I'd never have caught it without both sources on board. Now, ChatGPT is where you go to work on a problem like this end-to-end. But when you need a quick number, an insight, or simply a gut check, Coupler.io has a built-in AI agent that queries the same data right inside the platform. For example, I'll quickly look up a campaign with the most sales opportunities. And there's the answer. No additional setup or even a tab switch. Finally, Coupler.io has free dashboard templates too, like this multi-channel PPC one. It pulls all your ad platforms into a single view. Here's a spend and CPC charted by date and source. And over here, a table lining every channel up on the same metrics. That's your whole paid media picture in one place, where every dollar goes and what it buys, as opposed to logging in each platform and lining up the numbers by hand. Here up top, there's an AI Insight button. Click it and you'll get a plain language read on what's working and what's not. And that's it for today. Now you know how to connect Google Ads to ChatGPT and even get answers the platform itself can never give you alone. To start a free Coupler.io trial, the link is in the description. No credit card required. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And if this was useful, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. If you'd rather do this with Claude or connect your Google Analytics data instead, I've linked those videos above and in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.